Okay, when you hear reggae, chances are you think of the surname Marley. Bob Marley took the sound of Jamaica to the world in the 70s with songs like Buffalo Soldier and Is This Love? Such great music, and for the past 40 years plus, his son Ziggy has been carrying that torch, leading the family band and carving out his own solo career.
Tomorrow, people, how long will you last 10 years? Tomorrow, people, where is your past? Tomorrow, people.
Now, with 9 Grammys and an Emmy to his name, Ziggy is bringing new brightness to the world with his 9th studio album featuring a tribute to his late father. And Ziggy Marley joins us live from LA. Terrific to see you, Ziggy.
Good to see you guys. How are you doing?
We are great. The album really is this beautiful family affair. You made it with your brother Stephen. Is there a massive Marley listening party when one of you has new music?
Oh yeah, usually we share music a lot and we come around. You know, we all join up together sometime, especially around music. So yeah, we all listen to each other's music.
Hey, your new album called Bright Side. Congratulations. It includes a tribute to your late father, the legend. Does it get emotional in the studio when recording a song like that, when it means so much to you?
Yes, it did get emotional. Yeah, for me, it brought back I had to go into so many memories of him and kind of understand things that I probably never thought about before with him. You know, his emotional state as a human being after going what he went through as a person in this short period of time. It kind of made me think about him, like as emotionally and mentally, how did that affect him? So it was a pretty deep dive into the emotional side of the relationship that we have, you know.
Beautiful. And what else are we going to find on the album Bright Side?
Bright Side, you're going to find a new frequency. That's the first thing that we did for this album, is that we recorded and tuned the instruments to 432 hertz, which is a frequency that closely matches our own human frequency. Oh. So that's a different feeling. Yeah, that's a different feeling than what you hear out there today. So that's a big difference for us. And it's a song that deals with sadness, but understanding that there's always joy at the end of the day, you know, to find that joy, to find that bright side.
Oh, lovely. Now, of course, you were heavily involved in the recent biopic about your dad, Bob.
Yeah.
Were you surprised at what people said they learned about him from that movie after hearing all of those amazing stories?
Yeah, I mean, people imagine my father to be what they imagine him to be, the legend, and through his music or through seeing him do interviews, they build a perception of him. And so in the movie, we try to just peel back the layers a little bit more and try to figure out the human side of my father, not the legend side, but just like the human side. And I think people learned a lot about him and my mom, like the relationship with my mom and him, who was like his strength throughout all of the trials that he went through. She was the one thing that was there all the time, from the beginning to the end. And so it also explores that kind of connection that they had.
Yeah, I love that. Speaking of matriarchs, and you have 7 children of your own. Are they carrying on this family's beautiful creative legacy?
Well, when I get that kind of question, I like to tell people how I feel about it personally. And the legacy is not like the music. The legacy is like how to be a good human being, because that's the way we learn. That's where everything starts from anyway. That's where we get our music from being the people who we are. So the legacy is really a legacy of like humility, helping others when you can, respecting each other. And that's a real legacy, and everything can build from that.
And is it only Marley music in that household, or are they sneaking in with a bit of Taylor Swift, a bit of Justin Bieber? What else is going on?
Well, yeah, I mean, throughout the time with my kids, we get a lot of stuff in. We get a lot of the pop stuff, a lot of the hip-hop stuff. But we're a very open-minded family, so we listen to a lot of different types of music. So it's always good. And my young kids, they're introducing me to music today. Like, Dad, did you hear this song? I said, who's that? Never heard of him. He plays it while I was driving to school. You know, so it's good. It's good. It's good. We're learning about each other and about music at the same time.
I'm sure it's magic. Hey, you won over a whole generation when fans of the kids' animation Arthur realised that you were the voice behind the theme song. What was your reaction seeing how special that became to their childhood?
No, it was very interesting. I didn't really I never imagined it or expected, and that show and that theme song affected people in such a way. I didn't really know how big that emotional connection was to that song, and how many adults now know that song from their childhood. So it was very interesting.
It's gorgeous. You know, I only realised yesterday Arthur was an aardvark. I don't know what I thought he was.
What did you think it was?
I don't know.
What was he? What was he?
What's the possible...
I'm not a line, Ziggy. I know Arthur, I know the fact. I just never thought about what it was exactly.
Well, I'm glad you came to work today because you learned something new. Hey, Ziggy, such a treat. I was such a huge fan of your dad's music. Such a treat to meet you this morning. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Ziggy Marley's new album, Brightside, is out now.
Looks good, doesn't it?